Hello and welcome to Big Num Numismatics. Today I'm going to be going over the U.S. Mint, the modern U.S. Mint, the problems, issues, what the U.S. needs working on, and how to avoid bad investments with new mint products. For a while, the U.S. Mint was slowly declining in terms of quality, pricing, and overall collector attitude. With COVID in 2020, a lot of new collectors and older collectors turned to the US Mint to purchase coins for the first time or nth time, and the US Mint really had some trouble gaining. You had lots of bugs. When a new product would become available, the website would crash many times, even if you were able to put an item in your cart and quote unquote buy it. Many times the US Mint could not fill those needs. This also increased how dealers and flippers viewed the mint. A lot of times the US Mint will produce its own rarities, limiting households to a certain number of coins, whether that be mintage or just an overall false scarcity. And so people would buy the product just to buy the product, knowing a wholesaler would pay more than the initial offering for the coin, just because that place could not get more than one, or so they say. The US Mint is being looked at for these backdoor dealers where certain dealers would get access to hundreds of these household limit coins before anyone else. I don't know when the report is supposed to be finished, but that'll be very revealing. This creates like a pump and dump. The coins will go way up in price. If you really want a new Proof Silver Eagle, and the US Mint sells out of them in the first 10 minutes, and you really want one, you're either going to have to wait a lot of weeks, months, sometimes even years for the price to stabilize, or you buy the product third party directly after for a huge premium, which goes down immediately after all the wholesalers sell them to their clients. Many people have been criticizing their dates and calendars, when the products are going to be released, the product schedule, because they don't even know how much they're charging before they release it. They're dealing with shortages as well in silver and gold, and people with enrollment programs are really at mercy of the mint. If they decided to charge $150 and you're in the enrollment, your credit card is on file, they can take that, and it's much harder to cancel and return that than buying it. They're also dealing with some incredibly bad quality, both circulation and these proof sets and such. Bad annealing, the 2021 Morgans were cleaned, well, not cleaned, they would jumble about in packages, getting lots of hairline scratches, lots of die cracks, which some people like, some people don't like, and damage to the coins itself before they even arrived. Quarters have real bad chips, die chips, which are same thing. As soon as a new quarter, like the Sally Ride or my Angelou is released, someone finds a die chip, a die crack, they'll spike in value, $10-$20 the first few weeks, and then they sharply cut down to almost face value after the next design is released. And in terms of selling to a wholesaler, the Mint is doing extremely well. But as a collector level, which they say they're really failing. 2020 emergency issue Eagles are a big point to. These were over $100 when they first came out for an MS-70, and they've since gone to around half of that within 2 years. The V75 is also another. Those who could get the coins from the initial Mint offering made lots of money. The gold was sold at around $2,600, and a lot of the wholesale was buying directly at $13,500. Now they're around $10,000 to $12,000, which, in the grand scheme of things, if you didn't want one and you were just there to make a quick buck, hurrah. But the collectors actually interested lost out, and there's they just have to wait and see whether they want to pay the 10 grand or wait and hopefully it goes down. And that leads to another problem. The Mint producing these collectible coins year after year with almost fake mintages. They're set specifically low so that they're collectible. And really, it's how many collectors are interested in it that they find. So you have a runaway effect, like stamps or baseball cards in the 90s. They print until the market collapses, and they're just left with a bunch of junk. Look at the 1970s, 80s, 90s proof sets, too. Same thing happened there. I foresee that coming. MS coins, not made specifically for collectors, stand the time much better than ones made to be rare. Even proof issues of coins you can get for far less than a gem unk, just because they're not made to be collected. They're made to serve a purpose, and that's why they become rare, not because of someone making it, but that's just how nature plays out. So, some tips and advice. I would wait 3 to 5 years before buying a new Mint product, not only because you're probably going to save money, but You can choose specifically the quality of coin you want. You can avoid the mint defects that way. Milk spots tend to develop in that period as well. So if you were to buy an MS70 within a month of the initial offering, 3 months go by and you have milk spots, it's not a technical MS70 anymore, and it's lost a lot of its value. The market usually stabilizes in the 3 to 5 years. Of course, metal prices, spot prices influence that as well. But in terms of the actual numismatic value, that will stabilize in terms of collectors and dealers trading. And most importantly, you can go at your own pace. You don't have to go in the enrollment to make sure you get a coin, and you don't have to scramble to get the first 10 minutes of buying when a new coin is released. So, last off, you're free to collect as you please. No one should tell you how to collect coins. This is just some advice in order to collect more intelligently, to avoid super bad investments that you can spend on more coins later. I'd like to hear your comments below. Let me know what you think on the mint and what they should be doing better to improve for collectors. And please like and subscribe the video if you enjoyed it. Peace.